is Captain. So there's going to be a little series here on requested features I would like to see in the game. The devs have asked for a little bit of input. In some of the Q&As, they've been very receptive to some of our ideas. And so one of the things that Delta has talked about in the Q&A is they need enough support for these ideas to make them. So one way you can show support is liking this video, watching this video. The more likes and watches a video gets, the more likely the devs are going to see that this is a feature people would like, and then potentially implement in the game. Other things that are important in implementing features in the game is they can't break a lot of existing creations. They need to be reasonably easy for the devs to do, and they need to be accepted by a wide enough audience. This is the first feature request of this series. So this is going to be a break block, and so there are going to be a lot of applications here. So I think this would be a useful and helpful block to add. So first here we have a helicopter rotor. IRL and in game, people will use rotor brakes. This is a brake that will stop and hold the rotor in place. Now, a lot of us have been doing this with wheels. Wheels have a brake component on them. They have a numerical input. You can set a brake, and then as long as you hook it to an RPS connection, you can stop something with a wheel. Now, this is fine if you have a very large helicopter. This is not so great if you have something small. So the main thing with my feature request here is this needs to be small, and I think we can accomplish it. So I'm just using an electric motor as an example of how they could take a part already in game, do some minor tweaks to it, and then we could have a new block called the brake block. And so essentially what you would do is you would feed this brake block, you would feed it a numerical signal. That would be a brake from 0 to 1, just like we have with variable brakes on the wheels. This would allow us to add a single block to a rotor like this, and we'd be able to then brake the rotor. So this would give the same braking force that a wheel would have, an RPS braking force, onto the rotor. This would also be useful, for example, in adding extra brakes to wheels. So we already have variable brakes on each of these wheels. We could also add a brake block that would allow us to make the brake stronger on this particular vehicle here. So as you can see, we have the brake block is teed off of the main drive shaft of this car. You'd be able to give that a braking force. That would allow you to add extra braking force to the RPS connection of the wheels. Also, you'll often find that when you're shifting from forward to reverse in a boat, you'll often stall your engine unless you have some sort of braking system, or you have to take the time for the propeller to stop. If the propeller is moving in the right-hand direction clockwise, if you try to then shift it into reverse, the momentum of that propeller will stall out your engine. Makes perfect sense. So you'll often have to get that propeller to stop before you go into reverse, or you'll stall your engine. So that's where the brake block comes in place. Again, a wheel would work fine on, say, a large ship where you have the space, but in a small boat, you're not going to have the space. So you could use the brake block here in the RPS connection. Some simple logic where when you're shifting from forward to reverse, it will momentarily brake the propeller. It will stop the propeller's motion so that it can go in reverse. This will allow us to more quickly go forward reverse with the propeller. So very simple request here. I'd like this to be a 1x1 block. This should be doable, as all we really need is a numerical input on this so that we can set the brake from 0 to 1. So if you guys think this would be a good idea, make sure you like the video and share the video. This way the devs can see that this is a popular thing that people would like to add to the game. I think this is perfect for a minor update. Thanks for watching.